Tonight on The Roast, a rule allowing some schools to expel kids for being gay comes under fire, and porn finds its way onto the Qantas Facebook page. But first, Andy Murray won Wimbledon overnight, becoming the first British man to hold the trophy since Peter Colt in 2004's epic clash between romance and comedy. It's actually been 77 years since a Brit last held the trophy, which is 1 year rarer than seeing Halley's Comet, or approximately the lifetime of an entire grandfather. In fact, the last time a British man won Wimbledon was in the 1930s, when all men wore giant pants and looked like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mr. Frederick Fred Petty has won his first Wimbledon Cup. Pip pip for Petty and England. And Fred Petty has won his second Wimbledon. 2 on the trot. Not bad, Mr. Petty. 3! Oh my God, that's 3 in a row for Mr. Fred Petty. Give someone else a chance there, old boy. And Fred Petty has not won Wimbledon. Oh well, there's always next year, England. It's been 10 years since Mr. Fred Petty, or anyone else from England, has won at Wimbledon. Please come back, Freddie boy. Your empire needs you.
And 3-time Wimbledon champion Mr. Fred Perry has died, thereby preventing him from ever winning Wimbledon again.
But now Britain has finally had another win, and they are going nuts! Oh, well, he was old. But look, congratulations, Britain, for your Wimbledon victory. It only took 4 countries coming together to beat that one Serbian. And while I'm at it, congratulations to those same 4 countries for beating our one country in the rugby on the weekend. Because when I think of a fair fight, it's always 1 versus 4. But it's not going to be 1 versus 4 this week when the Ashes kicks off on Wednesday. No, sir, no, then it's going to be just cricket's greatest head-to-head, Australia versus England and Wales. So to tell us more about how Britain plans to continue its winning streak, let's cross to our English correspondent, Jazz Twemlow.
British correspondent, Tom. And if Britain wants to keep dominating sporting events, we're going to have to reclaim more of the old British Empire. First, we take back the United States and their Williams sisters, giving Great Britain 10 more Wimbledon titles. Then, we move up north for the Canadians. Britain has been in the middle of a curling gold medal drought for 89 years. But that's all about to change when we claim the 2006 and 2010 championship teams. Go even, Greater Britain.
OK, and what happens at next year's Commonwealth Games?
Oh, Britain will win all the Commonwealth Games, Tom. We own all of those countries, remember.
OK, sure, but are you not concerned about Scotland? I mean, surely they're going to want to claim Andy Murray's Wimbledon achievement.
Oh, tough luck. This is a British win. Well, unless it's revealed that British Andy Murray's a drug cheat, then he's a Scottish disgrace.
Well, next up tonight, independent member for Sydney, Alex Greenwich, says he is appalled by a legal loophole through which students in New South Wales private schools can cruelly be expelled for being gay. Something that's pretty terrifying for any young school children who aren't interested in the opposite sex, have a close relationship with their mother, and love to dance, or as they're known on the playground, all young school children. Now, Mr. Greenwich went on to say, "This is wrong and my bill will end this," prompting the Reverend Fred Nile to tweet, "Christian schools are under threat. Alex Greenwich wants to be their headmaster and tell them what their values are. Hashtag New South Wales poll, hashtag Team Nile." And I'm sorry, Mr. Greenwich, but Team Nile is right. You can't be headmaster and tell a school what its values are. That's God's job. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, and thou shalt not use your phone in class. All as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. But also weighing in on the debate was Ian Baker of the New South Wales Catholic Education Commission, who opposed the removal of the loophole, saying, "We couldn't agree to the exemptions being removed unless we could be assured that there's an alternative way of guaranteeing freedom of religion, which is an internationally recognised human right. Because while being gay is a human right, more importantly, depriving people of that right is also a human right." I mean, just look at this video obtained by The Roast from the Catholic Education Institute.
Times have changed, and unfortunately the PC Brigade are at it again. They want to take away our right to discriminate on the grounds of sexual orientation. But picking and choosing the parts of the Bible that we want to impose on other people is our religious human right. So once this loophole is closed, we'll have to come up with some other creative ways to get rid of those pesky kids. Boy, I like that you're keeping it high and tight, but that haircut says playtime is over. Leviticus 19:27 clearly states, "You shall not cut your hair nor shave." Get out of here, scram! Is that cricket uniform a mix of wool and linen? It looks comfortable, but according to Leviticus 19:19, you're out. No, seriously, you need to leave the school grounds immediately. Go on. Keep going. Excuse me, young lady, are you getting fresh with that schoolboy who I told to scram?
No, I wasn't. I was
Leviticus 21:9 clearly states, if a priest's daughter is a whore, she is to be burnt
What
at the
did you
stake.
call me?
Somebody get me a tort. So there you have it. When one loophole closes, we can find a way to open several more. It's your religious right to do so. And now, if you don't mind, I'd like to exercise my right to religious freedom in peace.
Well, finally tonight, an 8-year-old boy has accidentally viewed hardcore pornography whilst on the Qantas Facebook page. Though thankfully for him, it wasn't the lost in-flight security footage of Ralph Fiennes. No, the inappropriate image was said to be about the size of a profile picture, and the father of the boy stated that when you rolled over it on the iPad, a larger version of the image popped up. Is that how you do it? I've always just sort of mashed the screen closer to my face. Anyway, according to the man, Qantas's initial response was to play down the incident, saying not many people would have seen the image or been exposed to it because it was only visible from midnight, meaning anyone who was looking for porn on the Qantas Facebook page before midnight would have had to settle for that naked kangaroo. It's disgusting. And the incident was just another blow for Qantas following the Qantas Wallabies loss over the weekend, and may have even killed off Qantas's chance to become the major sponsor of the lingerie football league team, the Qantas Jubblies. When asked to justify his expectation that Qantas monitor all Facebook posts at all hours, the father said, "The last time I checked, Qantas was an international carrier and Facebook was a 24-hour social media platform, not just a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. experience." So on the bright side of the situation, a new job has been created, the Qantas Facebook page Night Watchman.
I'm about 3 hours into my first shift and so far it's pretty quiet. Scrolling through the comments, scrolling through... Oh, are they boobs? Ah, it's just a person holding 2 beach balls. Scrolling through the... Oh, that's a bum. Oh, it's just another person holding 2 beach balls.
Who's the sex machine who protects your Facebook page from pornography?
Clark.
You're damn right.
They say this cat Clark is a bad mother... Hello? Hello, who's there? Hey, are you uploading porn to our Facebook page? You better be, because otherwise this 24-hour Facebook monitoring this guy suggested is pointless.
And although Qantas did end up apologising to the man privately, somehow this still made national news. So if you're unsatisfied with a simple apology from a business, here's a quick guide on what to do next.
Have you got a trifling, insignificant complaint that you believe deserves national attention? Well, don't just call your friends about it.
But the woman at the supermarket charged me twice for my milk. I have to tell my friends. They'll understand.
Of course they will, but are your friends the only people who deserve to know that you're upset?
No.
Exactly. So call your local media outlet, because the rest of Australia deserves to know about your trivial inconvenience, not just your friends.
I'm in the newspaper.
Yes, you are.
I'm a journalist.
Yeah, sure you are.
So in conclusion, even though you have to be at least 13 years old to sign up for Facebook, this 8-year-old being exposed to pornography is definitely all Qantas's fault. Good night.